Hello, Brick Sculptors, and welcome back to Brick Sculpt. This is Chris, and it is my favorite day of the week. That's right, it is New Lego Day. And I apologize, I already opened this, but I'll tell you what, when you come home from work and there's a box of Lego sitting at the front door, you can't help yourself. I had to tear into it. I love opening this in front of you guys, but sometimes you just have to. So I did. I'm sorry. This is from J&B Bricks, and we have some fun new stuff here. I believe this is my first time ordering from J&B Bricks. Let's go ahead and dive in, take a look, and see what we got here. This order has a lot of different stuff in it, and I'll kind of explain as I go what we've got here. Some of the stuff's going to come out of the bags, some is not. When they're double bagged here, I'm going to, because you can't see. But I am going to keep most of it in at least singular bags, because it's just so much easier to put this stuff away after. I apologize if the bags get glare, but you know, I can't spend 5 hours trying to resort this to put it away. So, the best I can do. Anyway, let's see here. So, not the biggest order I've ever done, but lots of cool targeted pieces. This is more fill-in stuff for the wall. Trying to stock up. I've been doing a lot of work with my bins and organizing the colors on the wall, and finding holes where I need to plug things in. That's where this stuff has come in handy. A lot of my commonly used colors, some of my less common stuff I'm trying to fill up bins with. Just all kinds of different stuff here. So let's dive in. Let's talk about this a little bit, and then I'll put it all away. So first things first, we have Technic pieces, 1x2 Technic pieces. I got them in two colors. I got half in gray, half in dark gray. I don't own a ton of these. Like, I have a lot, but I may need to convert my city to have Technic connections and Mills plates. As I mentioned in a previous video, I do have a commitment for a show in May where I'm going to be transporting hopefully transporting the entire town somewhere. So I might do that. I might just set them side by side and connect them with plates. I don't know. I don't love this because they're really hard to put together that way, but I might do it. We'll see. So that's what those are for. Get that out of the way. All right. Windows. I will take this out because you can't even see them. 6 tall windows in clear. Always running out of those. I have a ton of the blue ones, and I almost never use the blue ones, so I don't even know why I have those. But I don't have a ton of the clear ones, or I do have a ton of them, but I always use them up. These are for the newer size windows, the 3x3s, which I'm very excited about, but they're still hard to find. They're not hard to find, but they're expensive, and kind of hard to find. But I am kind of piecing them together as I go. So these are glass for those 3x3 windows. Here's some 3x4 windows in dark gray. I just did a city update. If you want to see that, I'll post a link here as well at the end of the video. I'm missing some windows for one of the new houses in that update. So they had 3 of them. I probably still need a few more, but that at least gives me a start there. This is funny. Well, not really, but I have so much white bulk brick, like a ton, right? I have a ton of 1x1s in white, but they always fade, or they don't fade, they yellow. And usually it's not a problem. I know I could like retro bright them and do all that, but I'm lazy. But when I'm doing like a nice close-up, like mock and everything, the yellowed ones just look so bad. So I'm trying to pick up more of these just to have them on hand. The gray ones, I just, for some reason, don't have a lot of them. I've run out of them. So I got gray ones as well. Those don't yellow as bad. They can yellow, but they take a lot longer to yellow or to show that they're yellowing. But I got some gray ones too. Here we have some gray snot jumpers. That's pretty cool. Some of these reverse arches. Use these in my reindeer design. If you want to see that video, I'll post it here as well as at the end. A couple of tiles. I always pick up 2x2 gray tiles. I use them for everything. A lot of stores don't have a lot of them. They are usually kind of expensive. So I got 4 of them there. Just what he had. All right, that's it for gray. I got a lot of reddish brown here. Let's talk about reddish brown. Since this is a smaller order, I'll do a time lapse at the end of me putting this stuff away. I know some of you guys like to see that. 4x4 plates, reddish brown. 1x2 small slopes in reddish brown. 1x1 by 5 plate high double snot bricks. 2x2 slopes, reddish brown. I like that stuff for tree trunks. Yeah, those work good. These are the reverse stud tiles. I have a use for these in my winter challenge build. I'll post that link here as well as at the end of the video. Check that out if you haven't seen it. There's still time if you want to get in the winter challenge. 4 long snot bricks. What do we have here? 1x1s. Always need 1x1s. These pieces I use in trees like crazy. And most sellers have some. Few sellers have a lot. So I usually buy them out every time I see them. And just amazing tree piece. That's the clip with bar holder. Very, very useful piece. These are a nice decorative piece. I use some of these in my winter challenge build as well. So I'm kind of replenishing. These have like the scroll on them. Reddish brown with that little scroll decorative piece. Great for furniture. 1x1 plate. 1x2 plate with rounded sides. Looks like that's all for reddish brown there. I've got a lot of dark red as well. Trying to replenish on dark red. 1x6 plates. 1x2 rounded sides. Plate. Jumpers. 6 long tiles. Couple of masonry bricks. I'm surprised I bought those. I have a decent amount. But I could always use more. Just 6 of them. Probably all he had. 3 long plates. 4 long plates. 1x2 snot pieces. We got some dark orange 2/3 bricks. Very handy piece. I did a whole video on this piece. Very, very handy piece. These are medium nougat of the 1x1 round with bar on them. Very handy piece as well. 2x2 tiles in dark tan. I use this a lot for flooring, for dirt, for paths, things like that. Dark green masonry bricks. Hard to find in large quantities and at a decent price. So when I find them, I buy them. Same thing with sand green. Those 2 colors are not the most common. They're out there, don't get me wrong, but they're kind of expensive, and it's rare to see somebody have like a couple hundred that are priced not astronomically. So I buy them in little bits here and there, and it adds up because I order way too much Lego. I got these latticed windows for 2x2 windows. Same thing with the 1x1 rounds in white. That mine are all dingy and yellow, so some fresh ones there for camera builds. These are cool. These are like jelly beans on here. I don't know if these were Harry Potter or something like that, but a cool printed piece. This is another fantastic tree piece that I always buy out when I see. Reddish brown 1x1 round with the bar on them. These I've never owned and I have 0 use for, but I've been eyeing them just to add to my collection because I like to have variety. 6 flower stems in black. 0 idea what I'm going to do with them, but I'm going to let those tell me what they want to be. This is another silly one. I only bought a handful of these because it's all I had, but they were cheap, like 2 cents a piece. So some green 3 stems. I usually get those off Pick-a-Brick, although recently they haven't had them on Pick-a-Brick. If next time they do, I'm going to buy a full box because I've been doing so many conifers, and my new ultimate pine tree uses that piece, and that's kind of the new standard for how I'm building pines. So what do we got here? Dark brown spyglass pieces. These guys here, the coral pieces and the yellowish green pieces, are just trying to fill up bins. You know, I'm trying to work some of these colors so they have more stuff so they can get their own bins and look more complete. No real use for them. Same with lavender. Just pieces I don't have. 1 dark gray Travis brick, some gold flowers, and some dark green 1x1 snot bricks. So lots of good stuff here, and yeah, this will be a nice addition to the wall. Well, I'm going to throw this into a time lapse to put this stuff away, and then I'll just have it fade out at the end there. So if you guys like this video, please like and subscribe and do more just like this in the future. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I'll do my best to answer them. Here we go.